Hey guys, welcome back. Today, this isn't great, but I will always, a lot of things I'm going to talk about today are updates on things I have talked about previously. I told you I will always come and give updates um, on anything I've talked about, anything, any of these news, intel, stuff like that. So a lot of that is what this is. It's connection of things I've already talked about. And no, it's not all, it's not great. That's just part of how things are going right now, but with that, don't let things like this become heavy on you. Yeah, we have to acknowledge them and have the information, but we still have so much good and positive things going on. But I will give you this information as I promise. I'll always give you updates. So this is Qatari. Qatari's Qatari. Had people ask me about that before. They couldn't find it. It was spelling it with a K. So that is, and they do these studies, and then they give out, the facts and stuff of their data, I should say. That's where it's at. So that's what this one is from. It says they show again, natural immunity is 97% effective against severe C1 and 9, even after 20 months. So even, before this, if somebody, caught the illness, 20 months later, the people they've done in the study, the data is showing they still have natural immunity, those antibodies. Okay. So, and those are showing the ones they start are the variant B11529, which is AMI, and against the original C, and even against the D1, which the D1 is the one that they said, oh, this is the one that's so responsible for all the breakthrough. So that is included in their data. But they stated, but there is still zero evidence, only hearsay claims. Of course, it's, oh, believe us, you remember. Oh, just trust us. This is the science, right? There's zero evidence of protection against those three strains that they covered of those who have had this, of course. So after 18 months of natural immunity, they did their data on people and said that in some of them, it only dropped to 70% natural immunity. That is a genuine waning of any biological immunity anyways. Way before this whole thing started a couple years ago. That's it. So only went to 70%, and not everyone went down that low. So that is in their data. Now the CDC acknowledged, and when I say acknowledged, I'm going to say they whispered this on January 28th. The superior protection of natural immunity. Now this is in their morbidity and mortality weekly report, which is the MMWR on the CDC. Okay, that's how you can keep up with things like this. And they said in their reports, they show natural immunity is more effective than through the thing in preventing people from being infected or hospitalized. Hospital, you know what I'm saying? So even with the D1, that's the variant they kept saying, oh, this is the breakthrough one. It can't catch anything. Okay, whatever. So you can follow things. People ask me, sources, certain things I can't attach. They won't let me. They just won't let you share certain things. Even on different social platforms, you cannot share any truth calling out, websites and stuff like that. You can't. And but like stuff like immune system.news, CDC, I mentioned them. There's several other ones I probably cannot even say on here. But do your digging and not just normal searches. I always tell people you can email me. I can give more information on that. But I do the best I can on this platform to keep people informed and up to date. And then I give you things and say, don't it's because I said so. Do your research, but here is your little starter to go after that. So, also I did read, and they have not updated the list, but they announced that several countries said that they will revive the mask mandates come in September. And speaking of things like that, this HR 4350, y'all keep your ear and eye on that one. That one, that's the one that will give Puppet Joe more type powers. I don't know about that one. I don't know where that's going to go. They're saying as soon as Wednesday or this weekend. So it's HR 4350. Keep an eye on that one and research that as well. So also, remember I talked about the Hep outbreak in children. It was of unknown cause, and they said it wasn't A, B, C, D, or it wasn't all these things, what it came from. So this is in the, if you put it in, it'll come up, but it's in the BMJ, okay? That outbreak, okay, unknown cause in children and in babies, they have found a direct link in result of the Astro one. You know what that is? That was primarily used in the UK, and that's where the highest number of this acute Hep is. So virologists are all over this, and they're saying it is a direct result from that. It says those who got that and positive or had Hep are also showing completely new, maybe they'll get me for this, adenovirus, we'll see. It's completely new. They're finding that in all of these children and babies that also have the Hep, okay? And all of them received Astro this. That's, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, they said that it looks to be as if it was introduced, that new illness I just said, into the human population, likely from a, you know what. So, because they said that that new one that's in the humans now, that looks like it was introduced, has only ever been found in the feces of chimpanzees. So, so let that be what they've injected, okay? Where that came from. They've messed around in mad scientist labs. Anyways, I will go over the doctor who went through this. You can look all these things up, these names and things, and I told you it was the BMJ. So, this vector is genetically engineered, noting that it cannot multiply on its own. So this allows genes of interest to be added. Read between the lines of what I just said. Dr. Ingwall, look her up. And this is quotations from her, okay? She said, the sad truth is that these viral vector things are in fact the cause of acute Hep in children and babies. And she stresses that the symptoms we are seeing right now is just the tip of the iceberg. She gave a strong warning. I'm sorry. And all this makes me sick. And to go along with this, this is awful. I will say before I go into this next thing, maybe I hate to use the word trigger, but that's just what it is. Especially for parents who have lost a child or, recently. I'm very protective and quiet, and I keep I'm very protective over my family. I don't go into that because there's crazy people out there. So I'll just say that I understand how that can trigger has got such a negative attachment to that word now. But anyways, so if that is the case on someone who's just lost a child, I would stop the video here because I am not trying to upset anyone. This is just, again, proof over and over and over what is going on. With that said, casket manufacturers say the orders for children and baby caskets are flooding, and with passing of children in the highest number they have ever seen. Mick Haddock is the guy's name about this. This is the casket manufacturers. He said it is a noticeable number of children passing since this started. This is in quotations. Since, which started with the unleashed under Operation Warp Speed. I am not going to get into my feelings and opinion about who put that into, okay. All of it, who pushed this are part of it. That's all I'm going to say. If you don't agree, don't agree. I don't care. Sorry, I'm not a hateful person, but when it comes to children and what's going on, I don't care whose feelings I hurt. I just don't. Anyways, he states that now with the jabs starting in tiny babies, they are expecting even smaller caskets to be on high demand and have been unable to keep up with the demand so far for children's sizes. He went on to say, in quotations, this is the first time in over 30 years that I guess this is like a family, type business. They are getting bulk orders for small caskets. And they said, this is ridiculous. Even when I worked in nursing units, yes, children get sick, a variety of different things. Accidents happen, things like that happen, but never these healthy, just things acute like this. This is not normal. Ever in history has this ever been normal. Or it's not natural. Every 5 caskets that they sell or get ordered, a minimum of 2 are youth size. Children do not just pass. It just doesn't happen. This has never happened in history. These are his words, and I completely agree. I will give you updates about things like that. Sorry, somehow when I put my notebook down, I cut off my camera. I don't know. Probably because all this just infuriates me. So sorry about that. But just keep an eye up on some of the things that, that HR 4350 thing, just, don't freak out, but we have to stay on top of things. And I'm supposed to be getting my meat birds in today. They got delayed in one state, which has me nervous because the heat and baby chicks, especially, they are extremely sensitive to dehydration. And so when they come in, if they're here they're supposed to be here today. I will do a little video on that as well. Everyone stay well, God bless, and I will see you next time.